Hey guys, in today's video we are going to take the Traxxas Maxx and we're going to take the Traxxas Maxx Wide Maxx Kit. This widens the Max by like 4 millimeters, I believe. We're going to install that. We're going to give it a test run, see how it helps out. You know, the biggest problem with the Maxx is that it rolls over because it's so narrow, and this alleviates that. And so I have seen people post on like Facebook and everything that they have been very happy with this thing. So we're going to install it today and see just how well it does. Let's cut this thing open. Let's see. Some springs. There we go. All the suspension arms, toe links, instruction booklet. The instructions tell you to get the instructions that come with the Maxx to install all of these right here. I'm going to figure it out by myself. You know, screw the instructions, right? It tells you to remove the front and rear shocks and to take the rear shock springs and move them to the front, and these springs actually go on the rear shocks, and it says to replace the shock oil in the rear. I will probably use 60 weight instead of 50 weight. It says to replace it with 50, but the oil always seems kind of thin on these things, so I'm going to replace it with 60 and see how it runs. Start off by removing the wheels. Now you're going to remove all the shocks. Don't forget, long screw goes up top. And also don't forget which shocks are your front shocks and your rear shocks. Inside of here there's a little screw you need to undo, and it makes this piece right here fall off. So oh, there it goes. Let's get a screw out of there so we don't lose it, or try to. Maybe it'll be fine. Now we gotta pull these pins out. Well, they came out pretty easily. Just grab the pin, pull it, be sure not to lose any parts. There's lots of little washers and things like that all around. So, oh no, there's not. I thought there was washers between there. I guess there isn't. Just pull the pins out. Now you just undo the screw that's holding those A-arms in. Hopefully it'll come out past that bumper. It doesn't. No, I don't have to take that bumper off. I guess we may have to. Let's just undo the top screw, see if we can get away with just that. There we go. There we go. That screw actually only has threads right here. Let's undo the toe links. This whole piece comes off just like that. Now we just need to take the screws out of everything that's holding these pieces on. I guess we can go ahead and replace those toe links over here. So they have a wide side and a narrow side. Always hand tighten everything, or at least I do. There we go. Undo these. Remember what way everything is facing. go. And when you swap these out, It does not appear to be any difference between these pieces, so you can put them on there like pretty much however you choose, I guess. I looked and I don't see any difference in any of them, even though some are labeled 1 and 2. They don't seem to be different from front and back. Now these do have a 2 on them, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them back on there. So these have a 2 and those have a 2, and you can see the injection mold ports or whatever from when they were molded. They are all facing the same direction on these, so I'm going to put it back together exactly like that. On this side. Now these pieces are actually labeled. They have an RF and a LR, which is right front and left rear, and the old ones are labeled also the exact same way. So you just take them off and put them back on there exactly how they come off. There we go. Put it back together. I'm gonna start with the toe link first. Put the drive shaft back together. Okay, is there a trick to it? I think there is. Yeah, it looks like something. They have slots that line up. There we go. Okay. See, that's why you need the instructions. All right, let's get that bottom pin in there. Well, I guess technically it's the top pin. There we go. This little metal piece fell off, but that's no big deal. Goes right back in there. There's a couple of pegs in there it snaps onto. There we go. Let's put that piece on there, and there's the rod. Let's push that rod through. There we go. That's one side done. Now that side's together. The front and rear are actually the same. They come apart the exact same way. Like everything just works the same way. It's pretty funny how the Maxx and the X Maxx are pretty much like mirrored front and back. So yeah, you just do the same thing for all 4 corners. All right, we got the front done. Now we just got to put this piece right here back on. And there we go, just like that. Screw it back together, and that actually is pretty fast to swap everything out. We are not filming it, so I'm not going to film doing the rear. You do it the exact same way you do the front, except you don't have to have the toe links, so it's even easier. When you do the rear, this piece actually doesn't come out very easily, so you can just leave it there. Just pull this pin out. There we go. And you can actually take these screws right here out without taking the bumper off, so. Yeah, the rear, the rear comes off even easier. And once you get everything swapped out, you just put it back together. It is really easy, except for this one part. I keep screwing it up every time. There we go. All right, very last piece. Everything went together nice and easy. Nothing to it at all. Now we're going to swap the springs out. The rear shocks and the front shocks are actually different. They have a different size piston in them. I think the rear has a 2.5 millimeter. I don't know what the front has, but I know the rear piston, the shock piston inside of it, is a different size than the front one. So take the shocks apart. You have to undo this little screw right there, which I've never taken a shock apart. I did this, so all the shocks I've ever taken apart, you just push this down like this and this piece would come out like that. There we go. This is the front shock. I'm gonna take that spring off and set it aside. I'm gonna take the rear shock and put the spring off of this shock on the front. There we go. Easy. Now I know you're supposed to change the shock oil. I'm actually not going to do that today. I don't really have time, so I'll do it another day, and so I can really see the difference that the shock oil makes in it. This is one of the new rear springs. They have a blue mark on them, so I don't see any mark on the other springs. I don't see where it looks like it wore off or anything, so I have no idea what the old springs were, or if they were labeled in any way. I didn't see any label on them. Let's see if I can tell the difference in the old springs and new springs. Let's see. I don't know if I can tell a difference. Not sure. Now I'm gonna put the shocks back together, or back on there, and they came out of the holes that's closest to the chassis, so I'm gonna put it back in the holes that are closest to the chassis. The shock actually gets more length, or I mean not shock, but these pieces, their length all comes right here, not between here. So the distance between here and the chassis is the same on both the short kit and the Wide Maxx kit. All right, the kit's installed. Shocks are on there. You know, I'm not running the correct weight oil that they want you to run, but I'll do another video later on talking about the different weights of the shock oils and see if it will impact it really all that much. But there it is with the Wide Maxx kit on there. It sure does make it noticeably wider too. And yeah, these springs are actually so short, I had to adjust the shocks because it was just too soft back there. It was just, I mean, it was just sitting down like this. I guess I should have filmed it, but I didn't. Yeah, those springs are short, and I don't know, but you can really tell there's a difference in the front end with those shock springs on there. So they are different. I'm not exactly sure like how they feel like they're shorter but stiffer. I don't know exactly what they are. Maybe there's a place online I can look that up. I don't know. All right, let's see how it does. Now I was trying to flip it, but let's see. I mean, it still rolls. Think, let's see. Not sure what I was expecting. I mean, I can tell a difference in it. Oh, I just lost power for some reason. Yeah, I can tell a difference in it. It does, it is more resistant to rolling over. Something doesn't feel right. Okay, I'm gonna start driving it right. And wow, that's I was trying to not to get dirty today, but I guess it's not gonna work out. I'm not focusing on my driving. I don't know what I'm focused on. I guess my mind's somewhere else. I don't know. All right, come on. I don't know how I feel about this wide kit. I mean, I can definitely tell a difference in it. I normally stuff like that would cause it to at least pick the wheels up. I don't know what that was, but it sure did look cool, didn't it? I really am not focused today at all. I don't know why. I guess I was expecting E-Revo performance out of it, and that's not what, I saved it. And that's not exactly what you will get out of this thing anyway, so. Yeah, I picked the wheel up. Picked the two wheels up off the ground when I did that. Yeah, it does help. I can tell a difference in the handling of it. Picked up a stick. Still flips pretty good. It's hard for me to tell a difference in, oh, whoa. It kind of feels like it flips a little slower than what it did. Huh. I haven't decided how I feel about it. I mean, clearly it handles better. I mean, that's a definite thing. And see, that would have rolled it before. Yeah, it would have rolled just then. I know it would have. I thought I saw something come off of it. Swear I thought I saw a drive shaft or something come loose. I guess not. Huh. Oh, see, that would have rolled it. See, I'm sure that would have rolled it before. It's easier to keep control of it, like when it goes up on two wheels. All right, guys, well, that's the Maxx with the wide body kit. So what do you think? Did you like how it looked like it performed to you? If you guys have already tried it, how do you like your Maxxes now that you have the wide kit on there? I don't know how I feel. It feels like the truck is definitely tamer. It definitely is. It's not as wild and as crazy, and I kind of like that. It's kind of a quirk that the Maxx had, that even though I complained about it, I got kind of used to it. I enjoyed it. I'm gonna give it a while. I'm gonna drive this thing a bit with a wide body kit on there and see how it handles. I'm gonna compare it to the eRevo 2.0. I think that's a pretty fair comparison. Now that you have this much wider stance on it, it's closer to what the eRevo is, and I think it's a better comparison to it. So I'm gonna compare the two and see how they compete against each other. And I don't know, maybe the wide body kit will grow on me after a while. I keep calling it a wide body kit. That's not actually what it is. The Wide Maxx Kit. It doesn't actually change the body. It changes the stance of it. But I don't know why I keep saying wide body. I guess I'm used to, you know, addressing cars and things like that. They have wide body kits for the cars, and I guess that's just what I'm used to saying whenever I talk about wide kits and what have you, right? Well, that's gonna be it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Please do that. It helps the channel out a lot. Thank you for liking my videos. If you do like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you so much. Leave a comment down below if you want to, and I will see you guys later.